I have found 27 of the greatest Xbox hacks and also tips and tricks that I could find on the internet, and we are going to test every single one of them in this video. From cheap console mods, RGB lights, and the craziest hidden software features, all of these better be worth it as I'm going to have to take my consoles apart and risk breaking them forever. Xbox Series S is much easier to take apart than the Xbox Series X. All you have to do is just remove 2 exterior screws and then all of the green ones, and the console should break free. And once you've completed this process, these are the final results. And to my surprise, it does actually work. Next, we have the floating ping pong ball. A few months ago, I saw this video floating around the internet, no pun intended, that showed a ping pong ball hovering on top of the Xbox Series S because of how powerful the fan was. Now, a part of me actually wants this to be true because not only is it hilarious, it actually looks awesome. So the console has been on for around about an hour and the fan's been kicking away playing the games. This is the test. Ah, damn it, they lied to me. So, if you have multiple Xboxes, a super handy feature is network transfer. Right here, I have got 3 consoles, a One X, a Series S, and a Series X. And because each of these are connected to the same network, I can transfer complete game downloads between each console. This is much faster than re-downloading them from scratch on the Xbox servers, and it's perfect for when you're upgrading to the latest generation and setting up your new console. Another network setting is Xbox Remote Play. Right now, my console is inside the house, but I'm out here enjoying the lovely sunshine, but my game was so good that I didn't want to put it down. Now, the coolest thing about Xbox Remote Play is you can stream your very own console to your iPhone or tablet and continue playing the game by connecting a Bluetooth controller. And yes, this does even work with a PlayStation controller. At number 5, we need to debunk some controller myths. If you own any of the older Xbox One systems, you can use your old controller collection on the brand new Xbox Series S and X, which will save you a lot of money, and considering the recent price increase, these things are double of what they used to be. But in addition to this, the new Xbox Series S and X controller will also work on your old Xbox One. Speaking of multiple controllers, did you know you can turn single-player games into 2-player experiences? Well, thanks to the amazing Xbox accessibility options, you can split control inputs between 2 separate gamepads, which is great for helping somebody with actually playing the game, but can also be a lot of fun for sharing gameplay experiences. For example, one player could control the accelerator and brake, while the other does all of the steering. Another accessibility option that can be used for other things is Magnifying Glass. Hold down the Xbox home button until it vibrates, and then press the view button followed by yes. So the way Magnifying Glass works is you can use the right trigger to zoom in and the left trigger to zoom out, and then use your right thumbstick to move around the display. And an interesting way you could use this inside of Call of Duty Warzone is to sort of zoom in on the hills to see if there's a sniper or an enemy over there when you're pursuing into a new area. Now, I'm one of the lucky people who owns a limited edition Halo Infinite Xbox Series X, and this console itself has some hidden secrets. If you point a UV torch at the console, it will reveal the Halo Ring Zeta, which not only looks amazing when it lights up, but it's also an Easter egg for the location where Halo Infinite takes place. But what if I told you that your standard Xbox Series S and X has an equally cool Easter egg? If you take the console apart, inside you will find Master Chief on the Xbox Series X fan and also hidden on the motherboard of the Series S. However, this is not the only Easter egg. There is also a message from the Xbox HQ. Hello from Seattle can be found on the bottom of the Series S and on the base plate of the Xbox Series X, which transitions us perfectly onto some crazy Xbox mods. Here I have some of the coolest RGB lights you can buy for customizing your Xbox Series X. The first one attaches to the base plate and is powered neatly at the back by using a USB port. The final results are very nice, and I'll leave a link in the video description to both of these mods. The second is a fan modification, and it's much more complex, requiring us to take apart our Xbox Series X, which will void its warranty, but only if Microsoft knows about it. You see, Microsoft are very sneaky with their methods to know if you've opened up your Xbox Series X, and annoyingly there is a sticker that covers up the screws at the back. And technically, you have to tear this sticker in order to access them. However, hack number 12 is using a heat gun or hairdryer to lift up the stickers whilst preserving their condition. It is true that this trick does work, and the results are not that bad. Now, I was just taking my Xbox apart, and this is the craziest thing ever. I'm not even kidding. Underneath the sticker, one of the green screws was already missing, so I removed the screw from here, and you'll see in the B-roll footage when I actually unveiled the sticker with the heat gun, there was no screw there at all. Once you've opened up your Xbox Series S, fitting this fan mod should be pretty straightforward. Now, one of my favorite things about this kit in particular is that it does include all of the tools that you require for actually opening up the console. So you get get this little plastic leveraging tool for popping up the back and the stickers. And then most importantly, you get this Allen key that has the correct fitting. So you got the right size for those particular screws on the back of the console and also for removing the fan. So we're now going to need to remove the fan with 2 screws here, and then it should slide straight out. Woo, nailed him. So we want to place this above the fan. At number 14, we have a hack that lets you get free game, but you are going to require some friends for this, which means I can't try this one. But if you log into a friend's Xbox and they sign in on your Xbox, inside the personalization settings, you can choose Make This My Home Xbox. If you repeat this process on both consoles, you will unlock family game sharing, allowing you to access their entire game library where you can download and play them for free, and they can do the same with your game collection. You will find these games inside of the All-Owned Games menu under Ready to Install. At number 15, I want to talk about a controller mod that you can purchase that essentially gives you hacks on your Xbox that are completely undetectable. On this controller here, I have purchased a Strike Pack mod pack that basically enables me to have things such as Anti-Recoil inside of Call of Duty Warzone, where effectively I have 0 recoil when I'm shooting with my weapon. Let's actually go ahead and test this inside of Call of Duty Warzone. Now you can see here a few recoil patterns that have been generated from this weapon, and they vary in length because I've been testing out the recoil pack on the controller itself. Now right now I have got this controller pack enabled and I've got it turned up incredibly strong. So what you'll see happen is when I aim in and shoot, the pack automatically points the gun downward. Like I'm not touching that stick. You can just see how it's automatically going downward. Now, the reason for this is the pack's essentially controlling your thumbstick for you, but you can tune this in to where it's stronger and also weaker to a point where it's pinpoint accurate with 0 recoil. And the way we do this is as follows. If you hold down left on the D-pad until the controller starts vibrating, and then go ahead and use LB and RB, you can actually adjust the strength of this anti-recoil. So we're going to increase the upward motion just to sort of combat it a little bit. And we'll go ahead and now try this out. You can see that's still a little bit too strong. So we'll hold down the D-pad again, and then we'll hold RB. And now when we shoot, it should be pretty accurate. And as you can see there is 0 vertical recoil. Now, you do still need to control the left and right recoil. It doesn't do that for you, but the vertical recoil can be completely eliminated, which means you can laser beam people inside of Call of Duty Warzone. Next, I'm going to show you 10 of the greatest Xbox shortcuts as fast as possible. If you have no idea what game to play, press this button inside your game library and Xbox Surprise Me will suggest something. When using the Xbox home bar, scroll over to your profile, press the view button to access quick settings, and here you can easily turn things on and off. Next up, if you press and hold the home button on your Xbox controller for 10 seconds, you can turn it completely off. This is a cool feature, but it is actually quicker to short press, then select turn off controller with the A button. On the topic of long pressing the Xbox buttons, if your console is running slow, you can press and hold the power button for 10 seconds, which will hard reset your console and memory cache, so your system will be running quick and fast once again. To save yourself some time when you're next achievement hunting for some more gamer score, you can use the Achievement Tracker, an awesome tool that lets you see the current progress and completion status. This next tip will change how you use the Xbox game bar forever. You can use LT and RT to skip straight to the bottom, saving you from scrolling down manually with the thumbstick or D-pad. RT takes you to the bottom and LT jumps you back to the top. If you want to quickly find your favorite game from each generation, you should be using Xbox game lists. In your game library, if you choose sort by console type, you can easily see your Xbox Series S and X, Xbox One, Xbox 360, and original games separated into their own categories. Another underrated feature of the Xbox Series S and X controller is that it can be connected to 2 different devices. If you long press and then double tap the sync button, you can switch between your Xbox and another Bluetooth device such as your gaming PC or tablet. This is definitely one of my favorite shortcuts. If your Xbox dashboard is acting funny, you can refresh it by pressing the start button to access more options. This will restart the dashboard. keyboard, and back in the day, you could use the shortcut RT+LT+Y to do the same process on the Xbox One, but unfortunately, that does not work anymore. A super cool feature on the Xbox is the voice assistant integration. You can use an Amazon Alexa to turn your Xbox console on and off, and also trigger a bunch of different shortcuts. This is very similar to how we used to use the Xbox Connect, but it does actually understand what you're saying on the first attempt. Another Xbox shortcut is Groups, more specifically Quick Resume. This lets you see which games are currently loaded up and suspended in a quick resume state. This is ideal for you to know which games you can quickly play, but also which are running in the background that may be causing your console to run a little bit slow. And finally, at number 27, did you know with your Xbox Game Pass Ultimate subscription, you can get some awesome stuff completely for free? Well, inside of the Game Pass perks, you can do exactly this, from in-game items to even 3 months free of Spotify. Recently, I got a couple months free of Disney+. If you want to see even more Xbox hidden features, some that can even destroy your console, you should watch this video right now and subscribe.